Rounds 3 and 4 are all wrapped up at Roland Garros as we move into the quarterfinals, but today we look at a recap of rounds 3 and 4. What's up, everybody? It's John Eric Poli here to do a little recap of rounds 3 and 4. I know we're into the quarterfinals at Roland Garros. Going to be a fun tournament there on the men's side of things. Still a wide open tournament. But for today, let's look back at rounds 3 and 4 by going over the good, the bad, and the ugly. As always, we get started with the good, and I'm going with Carlos Alcaraz here. Alcaraz is currently the betting favorite to win this year's French Open. He's looking every bit of that part. He's looking very, very good here. And if you're Team Alcaraz, you got to be very confident here going forward. Of course, he's going to be a matchup with Stefanos Tsitsipas in the quarterfinals, but Tsitsipas playing a lot of tennis as of late with a lot of doubles matchups. We'll see how that affects him. I think it's definitely a very good matchup here for Alcaraz. Expecting him to move on forward here as he's looking very, very good, and you see that from his rounds 3 and 4 matchups there. Also, guys, want to give a quick honorable mention to for Jannik Sinner because we didn't even know if Sinner was going to play in this year's tournament. He had a hip injury coming into it. He's looked very, very good here. Now, he did lose a set in round 4, but that's his only set that he dropped so far at Roland Garros, and he bounced back from that. No problem whatsoever. You got to be very happy if you're Team Sinner here. Now let's go to the bad. I have two people in today's category, Novak Djokovic and Alexander Zverev. We'll start with Djokovic first, the world number 1, the defending champion. Rough rounds 3 and 4. He needs 2 5-set thrillers to survive. Both matches going over 4 hours long. Obviously, we know Djokovic is a very fit guy, but still very uncharacteristic to see from Novak Djokovic. Pretty upsetting to see from a guy that a lot of people, of course, were expecting to win a championship at some point this year and surpass Margaret Court. A lot of work's left to be had for him. Of course, he is still alive, but those rounds 3 and 4 matchups, very, very concerning on the side of Team Djokovic. Also, Alexander Zverev. Now, I picked Zverev to win this year's French Open. I'm not confident about that right now. Did you guys see Zverev in rounds 3 and 4? In round 3, he's down a double break in the 5th set, comes back, never says die, holds on to win and advance to round 4, where he needs 5 sets to beat Holger Rune. Now, Rune is a very game opponent. He's playing on his best surface and whatnot, but still, Alexander Zverev, so many people very confident with his play coming into this year's French Open, starting to fall off a little bit here. He's going to have to find himself, and he's going to have to get some momentum going again here, because right now, the wheels are starting to fall off a little bit for Zverev as this tournament's rolling on here. And now, finally, we end today's video by going over the ugly, and I'm going with Andrey Rublev here. Remember just a few weeks ago when Andrey Rublev won the Madrid Open and everybody was confident about him? I even had him as one of the favorites to win this year's French Open just because he won that Madrid Open tournament. Well, how's he follow that up? He loses round 3 in the French Open. Very, very disappointing to see from Rublev. The clay is his best surface. He has 2 ATP championships. They're both on clay, and this is his response here at the French Open to lose in round 3. Very disappointing to see from Andrey Rublev. That was the good, the bad, and the ugly from rounds 3 and 4. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Just want to remind everybody out there, in case you guys didn't hear the news already, for those of you that do tune in a lot, if you're just tuning in for the first time, I'm in my studio right now. I'm headed to Las Vegas on a family vacation. I will have continued coverage of the French Open, but I just won't be in my studio. So I promise there will be more French Open coverage right here. So make sure you guys subscribe to this YouTube channel and follow along.